Many of us indulge in various forms of junk food, from candy to potato chips to ice cream and everything in between, right? Well, of course, we are not picking out for our health, but it does turn out that some junk food is healthier for you than we may have thought. So see if your favorite guilty pleasure shows up on this list of junk food that is actually good for you. 23. Black licorice. As opposed to the more popular red licorice, the black authentic variety is made from the actual licorice root and is not loaded with corn syrup and dye. Licorice root has been used since the time of Alexander the Great, who supplied his troops with the root because it helped stave off thirst. Over the ages, licorice root has been used to treat digestive complications. Studies have also linked the root to weight loss when ingesting a daily dose of licorice oil. 22. Graham crackers. This treat was developed by a fellow named Sylvester Graham, who started one of the first vegetarian movements in the US. Now, to that end, he formulated a process to mill the flour, which kept most of the whole wheat. They're still made that way today, although they contain more sugar than they once did. Still, they would make a better snack for you than a package of cookies. 21. Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Now, this one is a little on the fence, we'll admit, but if you look hard enough, you can find a few advantages to eating some of Ben & Jerry's product, aside from picking out, that is. Yes, it can contain plenty of sugar and candy depending on the variety, but it is made from cows that are not polluted with artificial hormones, and the recipes tend to avoid a lot of the additives found in other brands. And look, any excuse to eat ice cream, right? 20. Hot sauce. Hot spices like chili peppers have been used by humans for some 6,000 years. If you've ever eaten too much habanero sauce, it might feel like the burn will last about that long. The common ingredient in hot sauce is chili peppers, and they contain capsaicin, a compound that can curb your appetite and serves as an antioxidant and analgesic. 19. Coconuts. Did you know that ounce for ounce, coconuts contain more saturated fat than butter, even though it seems to provide some beneficial effects in terms of lowering the risk of heart diseases? More than half of the coconut saturated fat is composed of lauric acid, which boosts good cholesterol more than it does bad cholesterol. That means a decreased risk of cardiovascular disease. 18. Ketchup. Since its primary ingredient is cooked tomatoes, ketchup contains lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that may play a role in preventing cardiovascular disease and prostate cancer. Organic ketchup could be an even more beneficial choice for you. Studies have shown that the organic product can contain around 60% more lycopene than commercial brands. 17. Vegemite. Now, if you live outside of Australia or the UK, you might be unfamiliar with these next two products. Vegemite is a thick black food spread made from brewer's yeast extract with some added spices and vegetables. The paste is filled with B vitamins, including thiamine and niacin, and it contains no fat, added sugar, or animal content. 16. Marmite. Now, as mentioned, this is a product that is similar to Vegemite. It's also made from yeast extract and is marketed in Britain as well as Australia and New Zealand. This salty food paste has a powerful flavor and is also packed with B vitamins, including B12 and a high concentration of iron. And did you know the taste of Marmite is so distinctive, the company's marketing slogan is "Love it or hate it." Which do you prefer? 15. Peanut butter. Whether you prefer it smooth or chunky, chances are you've eaten a scoop of the stuff right out of the jar. Well, no need to feel guilty, because peanut butter does provide its share of nutrients, including minerals like phosphorus, zinc, and copper, along with protein and vitamins E and B6. The best choices are natural peanut butters that do not contain any added oils or sugar. 14. Popcorn. The air-popped variety is your best bet to enjoy the kernel's benefits. It provides a treat that is high in fiber and antioxidants like polyphenol, which can help in resisting heart disease and certain cancers. Popcorn is often recommended as a snack to people with certain dietary restrictions and to those trying to lose weight. Just don't load it up with heaps of butter or salt. Otherwise, the health benefits go right out the window. 13. Cheese. You'll get the most benefit from cheese made from the milk of grass-fed cows and rennet, a complex of enzymes. Now, in general, cheese can provide more than 20% of the daily value, or DV, of calcium, protein, and other essential ingredients. Did you know that some studies claim that increasing the amount of dairy products in your diet can result in benefits like weight loss and a lesser risk of heart disease? 12. Red meat. This product has been blamed for everything from heart disease to cancer, but recent studies indicate that there's still not enough conclusive data to link red meat to those aforementioned afflictions or negatively impacts cholesterol levels. Now, what is certain is that red meat contains large amounts of iron, creatine, B vitamins including B12 and riboflavin, and vitamin D. Grass-fed beef in particular contains high contents of acids which can help with fat loss. 11. Pizza. One of the world's most popular foods. It is estimated that in the US alone, more than 10% of the population eats pizza on a given day. Well, thanks to the addition of piles of toppings, the Italian culinary star has gotten a bad and sometimes maybe deserved reputation for being an unhealthy food choice. A slice of veggie pizza, though, with cheese and tomato sauce can be packed with calcium and vitamins. Experts say that those benefits are likely traced to lycopene, which is contained in the tomato sauce. That substance is thought to help prevent cardiovascular disease and certain cancers. 10. Butter. Not all of the dairy product is created equal in terms of health benefits. Butter from bovines that eat grass yields a superior product that contains omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin K2, which serves to decalcify arteries. Butter from cows that eat corn and processed grain, though, are not so good for you, so try Kerrygold for the better butter from grass-fed bovines. 9. Chocolate. Rest assured there is no shame in being a chocoholic, so long as you stick to dark chocolate, which is made from cocoa butter rather than the milk-based butter found in milk chocolate. The darker version is said to contain compounds like flavonoids, which are also found in green tea and red wine. Relatively low in sugar, dark chocolate has been gaining a reputation as a potential superfood. 8. Blue candy and sports drinks. Now, sometimes it's not so bad to have the blues, as long as it pertains to a particular food dye called Kumasi Brilliant Blue. The substance is what gives candies like M&Ms and sports drinks like Gatorade their blue coloration. According to experts, the dye might one day be used to treat spinal cord injuries in humans. Studies have found that when the blue dye was injected into rats with spinal cord damage, it accelerated their recovery and ability to walk. 7. Bacon. Is there any food that has been so beloved and reviled? For those of you who love the taste and aroma of the precious pork product, there is some good news. Bacon has a lot of protein and has less saturated fat than many cuts of beef. It also contains omega-3 fatty acids, which can help prevent heart disease, which is kind of ironic when you think about it, and a nutrient called choline, which may even help prevent dementia. 6. Wine. We've heard about the potential health benefits provided by wine for some time now. Now, red wine in particular has been favored for its benefits. Having the occasional glass of red vino has been linked to a decreased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke, among other maladies. It contains a chemical called resveratrol, which is found in grape skins and could help protect against the aforementioned conditions, as well as Alzheimer's. Experts say Pinot Noir contains the most antioxidants of any other alcoholic beverage. 5. Burritos. Now, here's another food choice that is generally perceived to offer little in the way of health benefits, but it all depends on how the burrito is prepared. If the ingredients are fresh in-house and include meat that is free of antibiotics, along with brown rice, your odds of a healthy meal increase. Leave off the sour cream and cheese and substitute fajita vegetables. And the best overall choice is likely bean burritos, which provide a lot of protein and dietary fiber, but little in the way of saturated fat. 4. Beer. Did you know the earliest evidence of beer dates back to around 3500 BC, although some estimates push that back even further to 8500 BC. Now, after tea and water, it is the most widely consumed beverage on the planet. Even so, you do not necessarily equate a brewski with good health. Yet, studies have shown that moderate intake of the beverage can help to decrease the risk of stroke, cardiac disease, and diabetes. Hops used in beer contain anti-inflammatory qualities that can help with digestive issues. 3. Beef jerky. When you see this item in a convenience store, you probably don't equate it with healthy eating. But beef jerky actually does contain a high amount of protein while adding little sugar to your diet. That means it can make you feel fuller for a longer period of time and will not elevate your blood sugar. Added salt content is a drawback though, so make sure to find the brands that are low sodium and made from all natural ingredients. 2. Cheese Whiz. Well, this product has often been labeled as junk food, but it turns out the pasteurized spread has more beneficial qualities than imagined. It contains a natural trans fat called conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, which has been demonstrated to possess anti-cancer properties. In fact, Cheese Whiz has been shown to contain more CLA than any type of traditional cheese. 1. Pork rinds. One of the foremost examples of junk food. Pork rind is basically the skin of a pig that has been roasted or fried in pork fat to yield the snack that so many people crave. They tend to be high in sodium and fat, but they're often considered a healthier alternative to a bag of potato chips. Pork rinds have less fat and carbohydrates than chips, while providing 9 times the protein. Are there more examples of junk foods out there that can be good for you? Tell us about your culinary guilty pleasures in the comments below.